there's this love letter that you wrote that you passionately believe at the time, and it's 2 years later. But the love letter circulates as the idea of what it is that you believe now. So, you know, things change and migrate and deepen, and so I think that that is often the case with anything that's written, put into play, but you're in a dynamic process of creating and change.
I personally feel that even from the beginning, the idea wasn't to go for the warmth of other suns. It was to try and explore my very personal relationship with living in another country and what that means, the fears, the joys, the loves, the otherness. And that I feel somehow perhaps is something that has been coming to the fore stronger as the work is emerging, and that is not necessarily reflected in this sort of collective statement that you just read.
For me, it's less of the statement is less of a conflict in terms of what it states, but it's incomplete. It's a place where, again, like you sometimes when you're creating, you might put on one piece of music to get you going and to get that interests you, but it's not the piece of music that you end up with because it doesn't provide what you need in that moment. What I was interested in the Great Migration and my own family's movement from the South to the Midwest, and into how cities like Chicago, New York, Detroit, Kansas City were really formed out of this Great Migration.
What we were also trying to deal with is a huge conundrum of there is this history of almost depicted by Jacob Lawrence in the migration series of the African American migration to the north. But then there's this very current thing happening where people like myself are coming to the Americas, people who are not part of the history of America. You know, so what is that relationship? You know, so there's this whole Arab versus America thing happening that we're very clear of what that is because of the wars, et cetera, et cetera. But there are people like myself who come from just sort of, you know, innocuously come and we are here. So the thing that I carry from Zimbabwe is not, you know, a refutal of my Zimbabweanness or a desire to go and become something else.